and Charles Davis.
The coach take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Check that. We're Mike 52 right here. Go. Here we go.
On second down now. Burrows, only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. We're going to look now at the defense for the New York Jets. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
They'll look to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Norris. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll run on first down. Burrows, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Hit it. 52 to Mike. Check 52 to Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Get it.
On second down, Burrows. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try the left side. Burrows. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 9 now. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Interesting decision. I could see if you're on the 1-yard line, push it in, you're at home, but I don't know from this distance.
How far would you push it? 2-yard line, 3-yard line? Because we're beyond the 4. So this is what we're talking about now. This is a long way. And I know it's a disappointment to come away without getting a touchdown after that drive. But how about coming away with no points by going for it, not getting it? Bring out the field goal kicker, get 3, and move on.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Leading them out is their 6'3" quarterback, the 3rd overall selection in 2018, Sam Darnold.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. That one completes, Elliott. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Burrows. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
91. Go.
On 2nd down now. Burrows, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
On 4th down, on is the punter, Colby Wadman. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Jets now to take over. They fell last week at the hands of the Washington Redskins, but they've got the lead right now. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Faking the give, Darnold. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Right there. 54 Mike. Wild Bill. Hey,
Draw play, Elliott. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
I got him.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
All day, baby. All day. We coming all day.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And that's Elliott, complete. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Ready up. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
Well, I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be along insight at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Joseph. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. The throw right sideline here is complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Ward. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. 2nd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And his kick is good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Throwing again on second down. Darnold under pressure now. Darnold, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Darnold and the Jets come up third and long following the sack. Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here are the Bills to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against the Baltimore Ravens, and they have the lead here as well. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Burrows.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up a holding call.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Come on now, let's go!
New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Again, it's Elliott. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Looking for his running back, and he's got it.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's the Jets punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Back to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Norris. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Only 2 there on the dump-off. It's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. The Jets on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Elliott. He's got him in, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Darnold from the gun. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Darnold. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Darnold now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They run the counter. Forrest. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 16, Darnold. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. And they just powered it in right there, Charles. 3 tight ends out on the field. The fullbacks for the defense, they knew what was coming.
They knew, but they weren't able to stop him. They knew they had to meet him with a little bit of force. But on that play, the big guys up front won the day.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 7-yard touchdown grab. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Point after, right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ward. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, in a tight 1-point game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Over the middle, complete. That's Norris. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Back to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Norris. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Norris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Now the Bills will hustle to the line. He's back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ward. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll keep it on the ground. Burrows. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a 3rd would win it. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a 3rd would win it. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
This is taken near the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.